Hey guys, welcome back. Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
Marq.
And guess what? You are back for our Oscars special, Oscars 2021, Studio Set Stage style, of course. You know, we had to do it. We had to do it, of course, right?
What can I say, guys?
Yeah.
Studio Set Stages out there. You could be anywhere in the world, but we're so glad you made it back here.
Yeah, for the Oscars 2021 special, guys. So, did any of you catch the show? I thought it was absolutely just a great show just to start out with. It's a great show this year, man.
Yeah, I thought it was great awards, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody adhering to the COVID guidelines, as
all
we know.
virtual, all virtual.
Semi-virtual.
Yeah,
but they had they had a more of a live effect. So trying to get, I guess, the new normal, as they would say. But overall it was surprisingly it was good.
Well, guys, we're going to run down all of the winners, of course, the ones that we cared about. We felt like, Studio Set Stagers, that you should be paying attention to going forward. And then DMX, beloved DMX. We'll talk about that also. So, so I guess what you been up to? What you been doing this past week?
I would say, it's good to be seen and not viewed.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, time is going by. We are into, I guess, as it would say, from a business standpoint, we're in the second quarter of 2021. So time is not waiting, but hey, we keep it moving.
Yeah, we do. We keep it moving. I'll tell you, like I said, every week is just a great time. It's an awesome time that, we look forward to just talking with you guys. And, Marq, Dean, and I, of course, talking behind the scenes, just about everything that's going on, in your life, but also in our lives. And I will tell you, like I said, we are so busy, trying to get these checks on all fronts. Let's just be real about it, right? Get in the bag.
And actually, it's about being alive, being in the moment, and definitely taking advantage of opportunities. And know that, hey, if you are trying to find opportunities, you can also create opportunities.
It's an exciting time. It is an exciting time, guys. I'm gonna tell you. We're all friends. We're all Studio Set Stagers. This is just, I know that and we've said this before in the pandemic. A lot of bad things happened. We lost a lot of people. People lost opportunities. Families were destitute. But there are some really great things that happened. Lots of businesses have been created, and like you said, a lot of people were forced to create, including us. Of course, we've been on this trek for a long time, but there are some other things that we've been privy to and been able to take advantage of. That kind of sprouted up during like the whole pandemic, man, right?
Exactly. And it might seem like okay, oh man, this was a setback, but actually it was a setup for other things, other opportunities that you didn't really realize, and of course we talked about it before. Kind of caused us to slow down to a certain degree and take inventory of certain things and certain resources, because sometimes you be moving so fast, you might not realize, the jewels that you might have or be, able to implement, but that's what it is. Like you
got to enjoy going through. I had this conversation with a girlfriend of mine like earlier, man, and we were just talking about, well, can I just finally get to wherever I'm going, whatever it is that we're wanting to do, whatever. And we literally was like, I told her, I said, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, because every single day that we wake up, that we are alive, it's a gift from God. And there are amazing things that are happening every single day. I know y'all think I'm crazy. I know it, but it's true. The gift of life is, it's a gift. I said it's a gift. And each day, there's something new happening, but a lot of times you have to stop, like you said, and just really take note of it. So
like a saying, stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses.
Or the coffee. And definitely, be mindful of what you have and utilize it to the fullest. Because time, use time wisely. Don't let time use you. But you use time wisely. and make it work.
Make it work. Hey, that's what it's all about. Make it work. Make it work. Before we get into just kind of our Oscars special Studio Set Stage style, I just want to make sure that you guys are subscribing to our show, Studio Set Stage with Cynthia Mallard and Marq Dean. You're there. You're watching us, guys. Go ahead and subscribe.
Hit the thumbs up button. Like, follow, subscribe. Reach out to us. You can also listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, also the radio app. And I think the radio.com app, they've changed to Odyssey now.
So guys,
so it's the Odyssey app. So you can listen to us there as well as on YouTube and Spotify.
That's right, guys. So you have no excuse. We say it every week. You have no excuse that you're like, Cynthia, I didn't really catch the show. Whatever. Catch it, because we're guaranteed we're dropping some things that that helps both of us, of course, in Studio Set Stage, but jewels that also we're hoping are helping you too in on your journey.
Exactly. Definitely some tools, some jewels that you can use in this journey, in your journey, because that's what it's about. It's about passing that on and just keeping, each one teach one. And then, if you can just spread the love, like you said, like Tyler said, I know we're going to be getting into that later, but talking about, just spreading that kind of energy.
Each one teach one, each one help one. Okay. You know what? I think I forgot like my water and my coffee. So guys, normally when we're doing the show, I gotta have some water and some coffee or something. And I have absolutely like nothing right now. So I feel like I'm like a dried up desert right now. But hopefully, I'll be able to make it through the show without choking to death. Okay. But I just want to let you know that's what's going on. Okay.
Like what Cool said, let me clear my throat. But anyway,
It is. So guys, if you were under a rock, some people, I know a lot of people don't like award shows. I get that. But I will tell you, during the whole pandemic, I have really looked forward to these award shows because it's kind of taking you away from, the kind of gloom that we have felt for this year and a half or so. With that said, 93rd Oscars Academy Awards happened Sunday, and it was absolutely amazing. It was produced by the African-American team. Well, I shouldn't say African-American team, but it was led by Jesse Collins, of course. He did the BET Awards, NFL, Super Bowl. So a veteran who handled this year's awards virtual ceremony.
And I thought, it was not without a designated, I guess, host. This time they
didn't have
but did see.
Do you like that? Do you like that without the host? I mean.
Well, I think it kept in line with, I guess, the normal, I guess, trends of the award shows now. The approach.
I like it. I love it. Now I know I'm a host. I get my coins hosting, and but is there something about allowing the show to move on its own? It's kind of I don't know. I kind of like it.
It kind of had a natural flow to it to a certain degree.
Well, some people, in certain parts there was natural flow, and then some parts was kind of like kind of jarring. But you're right. You're right. So
and I think with those award shows, it was always based on the live interaction. Especially when you get down to those categories,
oh my God,
who won best picture, who won best director, best actress, best actor. So that had a certain level of suspense to it. But I'm going to address the elephant in the room regarding the Oscars before we get into it. Honestly, I wasn't, now as far as with the categories and the movies that were involved, it did spark my interest. It raised my antennas on it. But in terms of just really being enthused about the actual show, I was kind of on the fence. But after watching it and seeing that, I know Rome wasn't built in a day, but in terms of inclusion and diversity, and really displaying that, because it's one thing, like you can, actions speak louder than words, and and for many years, you know, it seems like, you know, the Academy, they've been talking loud and saying nothing, well, doing nothing in regards to this. But it seemed like they were trying to at least say, hey, give us effort, you know, give us E. So I give them an E for effort. On this year's awards. I give them an E.
It was, you know what, I was just looking down, but just kind of checking like a lot of my notes with guys. And most times, guys, like I said, when we do the show, I'm actually like, but we do notes. Of course we prepare for the show, but a lot of times, guys, I'm doing notes like in the middle of the show, and it's always been like that. When I did television, radio, it's kind of one of the things that I do.
Entertainment things can happen at the drop of a dime. Like 1 second, it's like, well, you know, this is oh, wait a minute.
Right. And then I'm over here like, don't say that.
That just happened. No.
Well, I just say, I want to just shout out Tyler Perry. Can we give him a big round of applause, guys? You know, you just cannot get any better. What a great guy. Just what a wonderful guy. If you don't know, of course, he received the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award at the Oscars. And when I say his acceptance speech, guys, literally, like you were talking earlier, just his speech was just about, you know, can we spread the love?
Right.
You know, can we just get rid of the hate? And humanitarian. This man fed people, he clothed people, he gave people jobs all throughout the pandemic, you know, just a big heart. And, you know, he talked about how in his acceptance speech about thinking about, you know, when he was homeless.
Yes.
And, you know, thinking about when a woman had asked him for shoes.
Yes. Exactly, you know,
and made him think about, you know, the time when he was homeless and didn't have anything.
Right, and you know, you never judge a book by its cover. You know, because I mean, he was talking about that. He said, well, he said, I saw and I was just going to offer
money,
some money, but the least thing I expected her to ask for, she was like, I need a pair of shoes.
And then when she got them on, she literally said, I'm finally up off the ground. Oh my God, y'all, you know, I'm sentimental. And that kind of almost took me out, you know, just to know that he was just like, you know, it's all about love. It's all about helping the next person. It's I don't hate you, you know, don't hate someone because they're Black. Don't hate someone because they're Jewish, because they're Asian, you know. I mean, what an amazing message. I think LGBTQ, you know, community.
He covered the entire, you know, spectrum in terms of what we've been dealing with as a nation.
Exactly.
And where as a people, as African Americans, man, you know, seem like, are we under siege?
People of color
are under attack. But everybody has been kind of feeling the sting of, you know, what hate can bring. And it's time to eliminate it because you know, of course, we've had, you know, internal and external forces to deal with. You know, it's enough drama that we're dealing with. Okay, we're hating each other, but you're having a pandemic where, you know, this disease is taking people out,
lives,
regardless of color,
lives,
regardless of, you know, your money, or how rich you are, how poor you are. You know, it doesn't discriminate. And we need to understand that, you know, time is limited, and we have to love each other, you know, and at the end of the day, that's what matters.
That's what matters. You know? That's what matters. Right. Well, I'll tell you, Best Picture, guys, went to Nomadland. Went to Nomadland. No surprise there. I will tell you the big hoopla, and so proud of her. Director for Nomadland, Chloe Zhao. Yes, first woman of color, best director, woman. Took home that esteemed prize, and I'm so proud of her. Did you see her on the red carpet? I don't know if you saw her on the red carpet, but she was rocking like these like white like sneakers, you know, just very very demure, very just all about the work and the craft, and you can just see it all over, you know. So congratulations to her.
Yes, definitely kudos to that entire you know, entire cast, the crew, all those guys, and it was a good movie. I have not seen it yet. But I plan on seeing it.
Nomadland.
But I've heard, you know, great reviews about it.
Well, think about that movie. We have to say, Frances McDormand, she took home, you know, the best actress, you know, in that for that film. So you already know it was heavy. It was very heavy. Of course, she was up against our favorite Studio Set Stager, Viola Davis, and Andra Day. So you know, we were predicting that, right? I think last show we said that we did. We predicted. Did I predict Viola or Andra? I think I predicted Andra.
And that's the thing, you know. That's why, you know. Okay, well, since it won, you know, especially in that category, because I was leaning another way myself.
Everybody was. I think that that was a big upset. You know, of course, we know that Frances McDormand is a heavyweight.
Yes.
When it comes to the industry and acting, like she's like amazing. But of course, Viola is amazing. You know, Andra did amazing in that, you know, that particular role that she did, Billie Holiday versus the United States. I literally thought Andra was gonna take that home, though. I really did.
I did too. But you know, hey, I mean, you never can tell with these awards. You never can tell.
Exactly.
You know, because I mean, obviously, you know, again, like the categories, the films, you know, they were strong.
They were.
You know, I unfortunately, you know, I did feel some kind of way that One Night in Miami didn't make it onto the film, but they did win on. I think they I know they were nominated for some things. But, you know, I don't think they
not what we wanted, not exactly what we wanted. But I will tell you, like, another like controversial thing, and I think most people like took whatever they had at their hands, a cup, shoe, or whatever, and threw it at the television screen when it was announced that the best actor went to Anthony Hopkins. Not because Anthony Hopkins is not talented. He won for the film The Father, which he plays, you know, the dementia, the whole, you know, we've all been through that with aging parents and aging, you know, family members and friends and things like that. But they said that the 83-year-old Anthony Hopkins put down the performance of his life. And you know what? And I have not seen The Father. And I don't doubt that he did that, of course, but he was up against Chadwick Boseman, and everyone literally thought Chadwick was going to get this Oscar. Yes.
I mean, that would have been really you know, as some folks, I know I saw a couple of posts that said, man, it was too much like for them to award Chadwick, and they didn't give it. But you know, no taking away from Anthony Hopkins. You know, what really, honestly, one of my favorite actors. You know, he was Silence of the Lambs. You know, I had him with a nice glass.
You really gotta do that.
Chianti.
You really gotta do all that.
It's a fiber bean. Fiber bean. Fiber bean. No, but anyway, but yeah, though
Anthony Hopkins, he won.
He won.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome. So, also best supporting actor, guys. Yay, Daniel Kaluuya for for Judas and the Black Messiah. So, portrayal of Fred Hampton. But you know what? I think we all said this. We knew that was coming. Because of just his previous body of work, he is just absolutely amazing.
And you know, great movie. You know, he portrayed Chairman Fred Hampton, which was you know, as always, hindsight is 2020, but was a definitely he was, as far as service and as far as, you know, with the civil rights movement and just, you know, invoking change, you know, Chairman Fred Hampton was one of those you know, leaders that you know, was gone too soon. And I thought it was a great portrayal. Thought it was an awesome portrayal.
Well, some great news, guys, and we knew this too. Soul, best animated. Jamie Foxx. Awesome. It also won for, I think, best original song too. Yes. So very, very cool. Also, I know we're talking about songs and music. HER, her. Yes. Right?
Her won for her song.
Yeah, Fight for You.
Yes, Fight for You.
Yeah.
Which was part of Judas and Black Messiah. So kudos to her.
Yeah.
Definitely another trailblazer.
Yeah.
You know, which is
she
really
is growing. I mean, she is going.
She's moving.
Yes, she is.
And kudos to her. And
did you see it? Well, her she performed also, guys.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say she was like iced out head to toe. Of course, she had her signature shades on.
Right.
But you know, it was awesome just to see her playing the percussion.
Yeah.
When opening up. So I didn't know she was a percussionist.
Oh yeah, she can play several instruments.
Like Prince,
you
right?
know. Okay. Well, yeah. And she's a true artist, true musician.
Yeah.
And you know, definitely she is kind of leading the way in terms of really true artistry. So, you know, kudos to her. And you know, hey, I'm waiting to see what else is next.
Man, she's got so much in the works. But you know, we cannot, I promise, oh my God, this is like groundbreaking. You know, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, of course.
Yes.
Hair and makeup team took home the Oscar, best hair and makeup. I mean, absolutely. And I just want to make sure I get their names right. Mia Neal, Sergio Lopez Rivera, and then Jamaica Wilson. Oh my God, talk about serving some black, I'm not gonna say black girl magic. I'm gonna say black woman awesomeness.
Right.
Because they were on the red carpet.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And they walked home with those statues. And it was just absolutely great. So Ma Rainey's Black Bottom took on best costuming and hair and makeup. So a first at the Oscars. So awesome. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Amazing. And you know, definitely, if you have not seen it, you know, it was definitely one of those period pieces, but it was very authentic.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But so anyway, I mean, that was basically what I was looking forward to for the 93rd Oscar Awards. Obviously, I consider myself a thespian, you know, a media person. And so it's something that I look forward to every year. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's boring, you know, but I think about, and I want you guys to think about this too. You know, every day you come home from work or you wake up or you maybe whatever. What do? You turn on the television, right?
It's true.
Before the pandemic, you were racing to go to the movies. Hello. And so you were watching those people who are part of this Oscars and theatrical world. So don't ever forget that part. I think people forget that part.
Yeah.
And you know, it's an actual job. It's a job, and people who actually work to entertain you.
Yes, indeed. And it serves its purpose. Now, you know, I know I came with that elephant in the room speech earlier, but you know, definitely I have nothing but the utmost respect. And as a fellow studio set stager, you know, I understand that where people say, okay, I'm going to work 9 to 5, you know, 9 to 5 might be a minimum of the time that it takes to create the art that you see when you watching that movie, or, you know, you're listening to that song. You know, it really takes a dedicated amount of time and effort. So, you know, kudos to everyone and that's involved in the community. And we want to commend all of those people that won, all of that was nominated, you know, and we want to support because, you know, for that maybe 2 hours that we're watching that movie, it entertains us.
That's right.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It takes us away and transports us possibly into a fantasy world, right? Where we can come back to reality, right? And really grab the horns.
Yeah, it motivates you. It does. You know, it stimulates you and can be like, oh man, I saw this movie and it encouraged me to go on and now I'm doing or fulfilling my dreams or reaching my goals, you know, just by watching a movie, you know, or listening to a song.
Most definitely.
It inspires you. So that's really what it's about.
Well, you know, guys, speaking of being inspired, you know, DMX inspired a whole generation. We said bye to him this week.
Yes, this Sunday. Well, this weekend. I mean, there was a lot of different activities and ceremonies. Saturday, they had a celebration for him at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And man, I tell you, it was star-studded. Kanye and Sunday Service. They performed and they definitely paid tribute. And all of Rough Riders, the whole crew.
It was good to see everybody together. You know, it's interesting. And you can tell me if I'm wrong. It seems like DMX touched everyone. He touched everyone. Guys.
He was really, I know I said, you know, it's about being authentic. He was authentic. He was genuine.
He was real.
As they say, he was one of the realest. And normally with troubled souls, you know, you get that. You get the good and the bad. But you know, one thing that you could not mistake was his belief in faith.
He had tons of faith.
Yes. And you know, we all, you know, human, you know, and
we all have flaws. We all have skeletons. Things that we are fighting, and he was no different. You know?
And definitely he had demons, but he acknowledged and he knew that you know, his faith was strong. On really each project that he released, he dedicated a prayer, you know, and that was monumental. So there was no questioning his belief and faith. He talked about it, you know, DMX, Dark Man X, you know, he talked about, you know, where it can be dark, but you can find the light and you can find hope and believing in yourself. And also, you know, speaking truth. And sometimes you can find that within the truth.
You know, people like DMX don't come around often, you know what I'm saying? And you know, if you listen to the prayer, I think most people like posted that one. I know I posted it on my social channels because it is so powerful. If you just sit and you just listen to the prayer that he did, that he recorded, absolutely amazing. And you can play it over and over and over. And like I mean, he's a rapper, right? He was a rapper. He was a poet. He was an absolute poet, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and listen to that prayer. It is poetry at its best.
It was you know, in watching the service Sunday that they had the service, and his ex-wife Tashira Simmons spoke, and she made a comment that you know, they were together over nearly 25, close to 25 years. And she said that you know, looking back and just reliving all of those moments and experiences, she really viewed, and she said DMX was a modern day prophet, because everything that he talked about, you know, in terms of that, he didn't shy away from, you know, hey, I'm human, but hey, at the end of the day, what's real is having that faith and that belief, because that's what's going to guide you through those dark moments and dark times. And like I said, you know, I think it was you know, a blessing to, you know, have him as long as they did. You know, as long as he was here, and he contributed, he left a legacy.
He did. He's also like, I think he was also working on a project with Swiss Beats, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I think there's like new music that they're going to drop.
It's completed, and they're making all the preparations, and they plan on releasing that material soon. So definitely looking forward to that. Again, I know he's like you said, I'm with my dogs. You know, and I know that his music, his legacy lives through his music, and you know, he'll never be forgotten.
No, he won't. You know, I have to add this because and I hope you guys take this the right way. I can remember being on air, and I was in a different market, a different city, and anchoring. And I remember when like a news break had came, this particular one, and they had said, I just remember back, DMX was arrested I think when he had this was the time when he was, I guess, impersonating the cop or whatever he was at the airport, and he had jumped the turnstiles or something like that. And I just remember everybody like in the studio just busting out laughing. Because obviously, you know, it wasn't a funny situation, but it was a funny situation.
It's funny that you mentioned that, you know.
I just remember having to report that.
And
we all kind of wanted to say, what the hell on the air? But
he was on a show and he talked about that. He said, looking back on it when it happened,
we know
he said it wasn't funny then, but you know, now he can look back and he laughed. He said, man, I was high. And
he was so convincing.
You know, but he was so convincing.
Like he was, I mean.
And he said he pulled over one guy because he was driving crazy. So he just turned on the lights. He was like, whoop, whoop. He pulled him over and like, what are you doing? So, but you know,
we love you, DMX. We love
genuine.
You. Absolutely.
And I tell you, man, his music was, you could feel the energy in his music, and that's a testament to his artistry, and just his.
Can we all be like that? Can we all be real? Can we all be that genuine? Because, like I said, every time someone who knew DMX, they were like, you know, you listen to his music, right, and then you would meet him, right, and people would expect him to be like maybe, you know, something different, you know, like you know, that's what that, you know, the DMX you hear on the record is this it's the celebrity, you know, he don't really talk like that, you know, whatever. But they would be like, you get when he'd be like, huh, pass me a drink, huh? I mean, but that was him. Like you got him 24 hours of the day. It wasn't like lights on, cameras off.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Earl DMX Simmons was definitely a trendsetter. And Russell Simmons even said it best. He said he brought Def Jam back, you know, for their second, you know, it's like the second chapter of that golden era, you know, behind LL and all those guys. You know, DMX, he said he actually revived that, where, you know, you had that rawness, that flavor. You know, he said DMX did that.
Very cool.
Kudos.
Kudos. Rest in peace. Rest in power. So guys, again, you're joining us. We're here on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. This is Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
I'm Marq.
And we're just, like I said, this is our Oscars Academy Awards 2021 special edition of Studio Set Stage. Of course, we recapped the Oscars, of course, for you guys. Of course, the most important bits of the Academy Awards.
The important bits.
The important bits to us, you know, according to us. Of course, we just said rest in peace, rest in power to DMX. But you know, we just want to make sure, guys, that you are following us, you know, sharing, you know, commenting, the whole nine.
Yes, definitely, man. I mean, thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button. You know, we appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for everyone that's gone to the website Studio Set Stage to get our merchandise, you know, our shirts, our hoodies, our glasses, all of those things is available there at studiosetstage.com. Also, don't forget to go to YouTube where you can see this video. You know, see us at Studio Set Stage YouTube. And also follow us, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and the radio app, which is now Odyssey. So if you guys, and I think, you know, probably when you go on the radio.com, I think you listen to it, it'll switch you over.
Exactly. Right? Well, guys, I just want to tell you also, you know, don't give up. Don't give up on what you do. Don't, whatever it is, you know, maybe you're not in Studio Set Stage and maybe you're, you know, contemplating quitting, whatever it is. You know, if you're there for a reason, if a door continues to open, the door might not be opening up every single day, but if the door is opening semi-periodically, there's probably something there. You know, and you just can't give up. I mean, I'll tell you, you know, this week, you know, I went through like a really, really rough patch couple of weeks, and I was just like, oh my God, and then, a check rolls in from a project that I did, and a new project. So we all go through that. We all go through the hills and the valleys in this, but we are here to say, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going.
Exactly. And we always say, stay the course.
Yeah.
It's easy to quit. It's easy to quit. And sometimes failure means falling forward. And when I put emphasis on forward, you got to keep moving forward. Don't let obstacles keep you from reaching your goal. We all have obstacles. We all have, those things to be like, man, what?
Oh my gosh. All the time. And us, as parents, you can imagine we're parents. And we are like working in this industry, plus we're doing other things. So no longer are people just doing one thing. If you're doing one thing, you're archaic and you won't be able to do it for much longer. So you got to jump on the bandwagon. You've got to diversify some kind of way.
You have to diversify and, stay authentic, stay true to yourself. Don't put on airs. Don't put on airs. And
if you do, it may work for you.
Well,
it may work for you for a short
I know they say, you fake it till you make it, but at the same time, when you're genuine, it shines through.
You go to the moon.
It's like cream; it rises to the top.
If you're authentic, you go to the moon. If you put on the airs and you're kind of faking or whatever, you kind of make it to Earth. Maybe you never get off Earth. Is the way I can say it.
Exactly. So definitely. Hey, stay encouraged, because and don't let fear stop you. Because on the other side of fear is bliss.
That's right.
So keep that in mind.
Guys. And lift each other up, okay, guys?
Yes.
So we love you. Again, you can reach us, email, get at us, studiosetstage@gmail.com. Again, studiosetstage@gmail.com. You can reach me all across all platforms at Cynthia Mallard. On Twitter, it's C Mallard. So
yes. Reach me at Marq Dean Music on IG, Facebook, and Marq Dean on Twitter.
Very cool. I'm Cynthia Mallard, and for Marq Dean, this is Studio Set Stage. Catch us next week.